I said it like it meant nothing, like it was just a small shift, not the spark that would burn something beautiful down. Let's just be friends, I told him, wearing a smile as if I hadn't just unraveled something delicate. He gave a small nod. No drama. No questions. Just a slow blink, a quiet okay, and then silence. I didn't realize that would be the last time I'd hear from him. But it was. If you've ever said something just to shield yourself and watched it wreck everything you cherished, then this is for you. We'd met through mutual friends. One of those introductions that doesn't seem important at the time, until later when you're replaying every memory like a movie. He wasn't the type I usually fell for. Not initially. Too patient. Too present. Too steady. I was used to whirlwind emotions dressed up as love, people who vanish just to make their return feel like romance. But he was different. He stayed. He remembered how I took my coffee. He noticed when my voice was softer than usual. He never competed with my independence. He nurtured it. And that frightened me more than I could admit. Because with him, it wasn't about obsession or sparks flying every second. It was gentle, steady, honest. The kind of love that doesn't perform, doesn't demand. And I didn't know how to handle that. We weren't official, never had that defining conversation, but we were definitely something. Something that lived in sleepy good mornings and late-night calls. Something in the way his fingers would find mine in crowded places, in how he said my name like it mattered. Something between comfort and possibility. Then one night I spiraled. I was deep in my head, tangled in fears. I started questioning if I could really let someone see me. Not the curated version, not the charming, easygoing persona, but the messy, layered, unsure parts too. So I said it. Just blurted it out. I think we should be friends. He looked at me for a long time. Not with anger, just exhaustion. Like he already knew this was how it would end. Okay, he said. And that was it. I expected some kind of aftermath. A late-night text. A can we talk? A why? But none of that came. He didn't block me. Didn't throw cryptic tweets into the void. Didn't fight to win me back. He just disappeared. One day we were everything, and the next, I was watching his life through a screen like a stranger, seeing him laugh beside people I didn't know, in places I'd never been. He moved on cleanly. Too cleanly. And that made the silence feel deafening. I kept rewinding the past in my mind. The time he showed up with soup when I was sick, or the night I vented about work for nearly an hour and he just listened, never interrupting. The way he heard me. The way he knew me. And I started to wonder, why did I push that away? Was I afraid he'd leave eventually, so I left first? Did I just want to keep control? Or maybe I couldn't believe anyone could love me without conditions. I told myself I needed space. But what I really needed was courage. Courage to stay in something that felt steady. Courage to trust that I didn't have to make myself smaller to be loved. But instead of leaning in, I retreated. I said the words that built a wall. Let's just be friends. And he listened. He honored my words. Maybe that's what stings the most. He respected me enough to believe I meant them. Weeks drifted by. I tried dating again. People who didn't know my favorite song, who didn't notice when I got quiet, who didn't ask twice if I was really okay. I went to brunches, laughed on cue, smiled through evenings that didn't feel like mine. But his absence stayed loud, constant, familiar. Then one night, I saw a photo of him, laughing, head tilted back, eyes soft. And it broke something in me. Not because he looked happy, but because I realized I never gave him a real reason to stay. I never let him fully in. I left the door cracked and called it vulnerability. I asked for friendship when I was aching for more, just because I didn't know how to say it out loud. That night, I opened our old messages. Every inside joke, every did you get home safe, every I'm proud of you was still there, frozen in time. I typed. I didn't mean it. I was scared. I miss you. And I stared at the message for hours. Deleted it. Rewrote it. Deleted it again. Closed the app. Maybe he's moved on. Maybe he's forgotten the way I laugh. Or maybe he remembers it all and chooses silence anyway. Either way, I can't blame him. Here's what I've learned. Sometimes calling something just friends doesn't cushion the fall. It's the very thing that shatters what could have become whole. People don't always fight to stay. Not because they don't care, but because they're exhausted from trying to earn what should have been freely given. If you've ever pushed someone away, Not out of indifference, but because you cared too deeply and didn't know how to hold it, you're not alone. But next time, pause. Before you reduce something meaningful to just friends, ask yourself, is that the truth? Or is that fear, disguised as protection? Because I thought I was guarding my heart, but all I did was lock myself out of something real, something rare, someone who truly saw me. And now I live with the silence. The kind I created, the kind that doesn't argue, the kind that teaches you what not to say next time. If this touched something inside you, I get it. Leave a comment. And if you want more unfiltered, honest stories like this, no sugarcoating, no pretending, you know what to do.